Hiya, fellas. Welcome back. It's gonna. It's good to be here. It's another. It's another AVEDIA. It's gotta be. At least this is a little bit of a trailer. But I just kind of wanted to get right into it, and what we're gonna be doing this AVEDIA 2024 is I'm gonna teach you finally how to solve a Rubik's cube. That's it. This is how to solve a Rubik's cube episode, whatever, and we're just gonna get into it. So we're just gonna get on the way, scramble in this bad boy. We're gonna get it all scrambled up, and then just get it all mixed up. This is exciting. I hope you're all excited. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be an awesome video. It's going to be amazing. We're going to do so much, and we're going to learn so much. So this is probably good and scrambled. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to, we're going to move on to, step one. And step one is learning discipline. And so we're actually going to set that over there. And discipline means, learning how to commit to something and follow it through. So with that being said, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna come in here and we're gonna play Minecraft. We're gonna learn and how to successfully play Minecraft. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how to play, and I'm gonna teach you all, and it's gonna be awesome. So first things first, you got your Minecraft launcher. You're gonna want to buy an account, and you're gonna want to download it and get the launcher up and running. You'll see your account name in the top left. You'll see Minecraft Java edition over here because you don't want to play on Bedrock. Bedrock is on console and it's garbage and everything. So we're running the latest release. It's 1.20.4. You can make other installations with different versions and mods and stuff. We're not going to get into that today. We're just going to use the latest release. And we're going to hit play. Once you hit play, the game is actually going to launch. So you can see it's down here. It's preparing. If it was your first time, it would ignore that. Don't look at any of that stuff. I thought that wouldn't show up. Anyway, here we are. So you can see this is Minecraft. Now, normally you'd come in here, and if it was your first time playing a video game, you would hit single player, and you wouldn't have anything in here. And you would want to create a new world. And you'd come in here, and for this purposes, I'm just going to teach you guys how to do this. Let's say we just do a video, 2024. And we're going to leave the game mode. You can do it as hardcore, which means if you die once, the game's over. Creative, which means you have unlimited access to every block in the game in your inventory. And survival. Survival is just the normal setting. Difficulty, you can set it to peaceful, which means there's not going to be any hostile mobs. Easy, normal, and hard, obviously. Kind of self-explanatory names there. Now you can come to the world tab here, and you've got a few options. You could do a default world, and that's what we're going to do, but you could also do super flat. A lot of people like to use that and customize that for experimenting with stuff. Large biomes is essentially the same as default, but the biomes are just a lot larger. We're not going to do that today. Amplified is kind of like a standard world again, except the biomes are taller. So they're not larger like large biomes, but they're tall. They're like cliffs. There's huge peaks and stuff. It's crazy. And then there's single biome, which you can just set. Essentially, you can just have the whole world be one biome. And biome is just the type of terrain around you, type of trees and grass and everything. Back to default. Now you can put in a seed, and we're going to put in a seed here. So if anyone wants to play on their own single player world using our seed, that means when you load in the game, you will actually get the exact same world generated as we do. So this is the seed we're going to use. And then you can turn structures on or off here. I like to leave them on. Bonus chest. We don't need that shit. We don't need that shit. And then there's just some other more detailed advanced settings, which we don't really need to worry about. And if you're playing the game for the first time and you're actually using this video as a way to learn, you don't want to touch that. So then you would just hit create new world. You're going to see this screen. This means it's generating. It's a little percentage there. My computer's getting a little louder. It's going to catch on fire, but once it hits 100, we should load into the game here. And that's it. And here we are. Now we're in the world. And you can see that this has us in a dark oak forest, which is a nice type of biome. And yeah, a little bit of a cliff over there. Some unique terrain. And the game just actually crashed. So that's awesome. Not really sure why that happened. But we're going to hit close, and we're going to hit play again. Fuck. And That's awesome. So we come back here, and what we're going to do is actually, I've set up a multiplayer server here. So if you guys want to join in as I go through this month teaching you how to play the game, this will be the server that you can join on. Normally, you would hit add a server or direct connect. It doesn't matter. I would recommend hitting add server. And you would come in here and you set the name to whatever you want it to be in your list. You would set it as AVEDIA. And your server address for this server is going to be 2024.avedia.org. You hit that, and then you hit done, and it'll show up in the list here. If I actually hit edit on this, you'll see that's exactly how it's set up. And so this is our server we're going to be playing on. So if anyone wants to join, you're more than welcome to. But that's going to be it for this video. We're going to start the actual, first day of AVEDIA tomorrow with our first episode. It's going to be awesome. I hope you're all there to watch it. And yeah, I'm going to teach you how to play this video game. And that, hopefully, once we fully, beat the game, start to finish, that'll have taught you the discipline you need to finally solve this thing. So I hope you stay tuned, to see that to the end. Hi, Future Nick here. I lied about a couple of things in that previous clip. I did not upload that clip as a trailer on the day before April. It's going to be just the preview before the main part of the video today. That's going to happen right after this. I'm from the future to communicate that. I'm also from the future to communicate that if you do want to join, leave your Minecraft username in the comments of this video or message me if you know me. I need to whitelist you. It's whitelist server because I don't want random people joining and destroying everything. So do that. I'm in the future. The bed is messed up now, so don't hesitate. Just do it. And yeah, I think that's all I needed to tell you. So then now the video is going to start. It's going to start now. Bye. Hiya, fellas. Welcome back. This is episode 1 of How to Play Minecraft. Hot tamale. So there you go. So we're going to hit multiplayer here, and we are going to join on our server, and we are going to get right into it. So when you launch into the game for the first time, you're going to see that we've got, the spawn here. We spawn on top of a tree. To move around, it's WASD on your keyboard. W forward, S backwards, A and D left and right. To interact with blocks, you can hold down left click, and that'll break a block. I've got a little bit of dirt now. To place a block, you just tap right click. So we've done that. So I'm going to get down from this tree, and I'm going to punch this tree here. Going to hold down left click, and that's going to get me a few pieces of wood. This is the first thing you got to do in Minecraft. I mean, literally the first fucking thing. So we're going to get a few pieces of wood here. I usually just like to get at least a few, just so I can get going right away crafting. You don't have to get a ton of logs, but let's get one more here. So, got a few pieces of log. What I can do now is I can hit E to open up my inventory. You see, this is your character. These are actually the spots on your character where you can put armor. This is a crafting window, and this is your actual inventory slot. This is also a recipe book, which we can get into later, but I don't really like to play with the recipe book. And this is your off hand, so this would actually be your left hand. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take a log, and if you just tap left click, you're now holding your logs, and you can move them and put them anywhere in your inventory by just clicking left click again. And you can click left click to pick them up again. So we're going to just tap right click once, and that's going to put the log in our crafting window, and that's going to give us the option here to craft something with this recipe just being a log. And that gives us 4 planks. And we're actually going to just left click again, not right click, to get all of our logs in there, and I'm going to click to get them all out there. Now I'm going to take my planks here, and I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4 right clicks to get a crafting table. You can hold right click and drag, and you sort of paint what you want. I actually like to do that. So if you hold, you can actually do that. So now we've created a crafting table by putting 4 planks in a square. And we're going to plonk that down by using right click. Now, to interact with this crafting table, we right click it. Again, right click sort of interact, left click is sort of, attack. We're going to paint a line here with planks, and that's going to get us some sticks. And now we're going to paint a line with sticks, and we're going to kind of make a pickaxe shape, and we're going to get a pickaxe from that. I'm now immediately going to take this pickaxe to the nearest source of stone. You could just dig straight down, but I wouldn't recommend that. We're going to get some cobblestone here. You can see I got an advancement for doing that. So that's awesome. What we want here is just a few pieces of cobblestone, because cobblestone is better than wood in terms of making tools. So if we just get ourselves a good few here, I'm going to hit for like 20 pieces. Come back out to my crafting table. Oh, what you saw I did there, by the way, is you walk by going forward. If you tap control, you'll start sprinting. But sprinting will use up your hunger bar. If you see in the bottom of the screen, I have a hotbar to scroll. I'm using my scroll wheel to change which items I'm holding. Above that, there's hearts. That's my life. Above over here is your hunger haunches, and that is your hunger. And you need to keep yourself fed in order to regenerate health if you take damage. So I'm going to paint myself an axe here with this. I'm also going to get a few more sticks and make another pickaxe. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and make myself a sword with this configuration. So now I've got my first few tools. I'm actually going to pick up my crafting table here, and I'm going to finish chopping this tree down. I don't like to leave my trees unchopped. I think it's bad gardening practice to leave your trees floating in thin air, not fully removed from existence. So, I just like to put them out of their misery and fully finish them off. Break these leaves too, just because I had some logs hanging up there. And yeah, the dark oak is actually one of my favorite types of wood. I like the way it looks. I like the way that it kind of contrasts other building materials when building things. The generic original Minecraft tree is oak. I'll chop down this oak tree for you here. Now, one thing about these trees is that these leaf blocks actually drop saplings. So if I get so lucky here, every once in a while these leaf blocks will actually drop a sapling, which actually allow you to replant the tree, and it will regrow over time. It doesn't look like I'm going to get lucky enough there, but anyway, we're actually going to do a little bit of exploring here really quickly. So we kind of spawned in a bit of a valley here, which is okay, but I want to try to get up somewhere high, see if I can't get myself to a spot where I can find something to eat, like this pig. So I really don't want to kill this pig, but I kind of have to get some food. I'd rather kill a sheep, which is what I have here. So sheep, pigs, they all spawn in the world. I'm going to kill this sheep. Oh my god, this is our first combat, PvE. So that's a creeper. You guys might have seen it if you've seen anything from Minecraft before. And he blew up, and he actually destroyed the wool and mutton that had dropped from that sheep I'd slain. So that's awesome. So we're gonna come around here, kill this sheep instead, and kill this sheep too. There's a zombie. I'm kind of gonna run away from him. On fire. It's really crazy. Our first interaction with the creeper actually happened this first night here. He dropped some rotten flesh. I'll pick that up for now. That's because there's this overhang here, and it is dark. There's a skeleton. I took a lot of damage. I'm running away. We won't win that. We literally won't win that. That guy will kill us. So I'm trying not to die immediately. So we are on the run, and this is what I was looking for. I was looking for coal. So around these cliffs, a lot of the times you can find coal exposed. Coal is a critical resource for surviving in this game. So the other reason I was looking for sheep is because you need wool from sheep to craft a bed. So we want to get coal so that we can make torches and cook food and stuff, and we want to get wool so that we can make a bed to skip the night, because the night is very scary in the game when you're just starting out. So there we go. We've picked up all the coal that was over there, and we're going to keep looking around. I saw another creeper over there. Oh my gosh, that's an azalea tree. That's pretty cool. all different types of trees. In this biome, this dark oak biome, you see we've got some mushrooms, some giant mushrooms. They're actually not a terrible thing. We can get some mushroom stew going. I'm going to chop down part of this mushroom. I have 2 mushrooms already. I want to get at least 1 more. Okay. 1 more. Now we're going to come over here to the red mushroom, and I can see that it is getting dark, so I think I might have to cut my losses looking for... Wow, I'm not getting a single mushroom from this guy. Wowzers. Bad luck. It looks like I got 1 in the end. Got 2. Want to give me a 3rd? Thank you. Okay. So, I see it's getting dark. Maybe. I see fire. That tells me that there's probably lava nearby. You bet there is. Holy crap. Yeah, there's lava leaking out of there. So we've gone and we've ventured a decent ways away from our original spawn point here. Trying to keep a mental map of where we are, but okay, we found our 3rd sheep. I am now going to find myself a spot where I can hunker down because this is getting a little risky. How dark it's getting. This will have to do. Alright, I'm going to dig into this cliff face here a little bit. And I am going to place down my crafting table. I've placed down my crafting table. I am now going to put the torch there, the stick there, and the coal there, and I've got 4 torches. Boom, this is my first base. What I can do now is I can actually put some logs in there. I'm going to get some planks. If you hold down shift, it lets you automatically remove things and send them to your hotbar. So what I just did there was I just crafted a door and I sent it to my hotbar. I now have a door. I'm safe. I am safe for the time being. It is not uncommon for your first house, your first refuge, to be a hole in the side of a cliff. So there's no shame in having a base like this. We are going to take another log here and we're going to paint that out. Again, if I put 3 planks through wool, I get a bed. So now I have a bed and I'm going to place that bed. Now, before I actually sleep, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take some of this cobblestone I've got and I'm going to make a square, leaving a gap. And that's going to give me a furnace. So now I've got a furnace. This is the next sort of major item you interact with after a crafting table. I'm going to put my mutton in there and I'm going to put 1 piece of coal in it, and that's actually going to start cooking that for me. So that's awesome. So I'm going to turn the rest of these logs into planks, and I'm actually going to turn this into planks, and I'm going to turn this into sticks. I'm going to have 8 sticks. I'm going to turn all these sticks into torches. Awesome. So I now have a nice little starter house. I've got my food cooking, which will allow me to actually go through here. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to craft a bowl with 3 planks. I've got 4 bowls. And I'm going to craft myself some mushroom stew. Fortunately, mushroom stew does not stack, but I can eat this up. And I will start to regenerate health now. So that's awesome. And then I think we're going to expand this base a little bit here. Just give myself a little bit more, room above my head, I can actually jump around and stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use the last few bits of planks here to craft a chest. And plonk that down with right click. So now I have a chest, which allows me to take things out of my inventory and store them here. So for example, I don't need these bowls. I don't need these mushrooms on me. I'm going to keep the cobblestone and the logs and the dirt, and I'm going to keep this mushroom stew on me and actually keep this mutton on me as well. But now I'm ready to sleep. So you right click your bed, your character will go into the bed, and you're going to get a little advancement, for sleeping. And now it's daytime, and we've survived our first night. So that's actually a huge, huge, huge milestone. If you've done the same as me, I know I was kind of rushing around a bit, but I don't think it's entirely impossible to do what I just did. So I'm going to get to work now trying to establish ourselves a bit more. So ultimately, you're kind of want to... Oh, shoot. Aha, you can see I got a sapling. So at some point, you need to... Oh, crap. I'm going to come back inside here and actually craft myself up. That's my furnace. Craft myself up another couple of sticks. We're just going to make another axe here. So we've got an axe, and we're going to chop down one more tree out here. And you can see I actually did get a sapling. So, as I was saying, I hear flames. As I was saying, a big part of this game is sustainability. You can just run around the land, mass exploiting its resources, and you know, taking whatever you want everywhere you go, and that's totally a viable way to play. But it's really nice to have a base and a place that you can go to where you're producing your own resources to survive. It means growing food, raising animals, generating and having access to mines and farms where you can have access to materials so that you can actually exist in the world comfortably. Yeah, because the reality is I could come inside this little hut here, and I could just stand here and watch the door for all eternity, and nothing bad would ever happen to me ever again. I wouldn't starve to death. I wouldn't die of thirst. It's fine. But that's not any way to live. Ooh, skeleton. I see that guy. I'm actually going to try to engage this bastard. Oh, shoot. We're going to die. We actually survived. Okay, so going to eat my last mushroom stew here. I actually was expecting to die, and I was expecting to respawn at my bed. So if you do die, I was kind of trying to show you that, you would respawn right next to your bed. So thankfully I didn't die. I'm going to chop down this tree right up front of my house here, because it's kind of annoying. Get rid of it. So yeah, so that tree's gone now too. Awesome. We're going to come over here, and I am looking for little pieces of grass. Like that. And we're going to punch these pieces of grass because we want to get some seeds. There's a cave there. We will get into the importance of caves in a minute. Well, actually, maybe it's as good a time as any ever to dive into a cave. Caves can be very dangerous. And I've just lost that one. So maybe that's for the best. Here it is. I'm gonna hold my torches, and if I hit F while I'm hovering over an object in my inventory, it teleports it to my offhand. So now I have the torches in my left hand and the pick in my right hand. If I right click, it places a torch. If I left click, it lets me use the pickaxe. You can see this cave has already proved itself pretty useful. We've already seen a couple sources of coal. And we're going to mine those sources of coal, because coal is very useful. The next sort of resource we're actually looking for here is iron. I would like to get us at least some iron tools before the end of this episode, just because that would really get us going to the next level here. You can see I ate some food, and then I healed a little bit, and then my haunches went back down, and I didn't finish healing, so I'm going to eat another piece of mutton there. Hopefully that's going to heal me up a little bit more. So yeah. If you're at a biome that doesn't have mushrooms like that, and you do need food, you can kill pretty much any animal that you see, and it's going to drop some kind of meat that you can cook. Now, you can eat the meat raw. It just doesn't give you as much hunger regeneration as if you cook it. So it's always advisable to cook it. And you don't have to cook things with coal. You can actually put any kind of wood object into the furnace, and it will burn it. It's just that one piece of coal actually cooks 8 items. Whereas like a log only cooks a couple of items, or a plank like barely cooks 1 item or something like that, or a stick, you need like a few sticks to cook an item. So it's just, you can, if you're in dire straits and you're struggling, you absolutely can craft a furnace, and you could throw anything that burns in that cooking spot, and anything you want to cook in that top spot, and you'll cook it right up. So that's important to know. We are going to finish mining this coal here and head back to the house, because this cave proved not too useful. It didn't have a lot of stuff. I'm gonna send the torches back to my hotbar. I kind of want to explore a little bit more before we actually go straight back to the house. It's always a good idea to get a good understanding of where you are in the world. So we're kind of hitting space here to jump. I don't think I ever actually told you that, but that is how you jump. And it looks like there's a jungle off in the distance over there. There's a forest here, a bit of a spruce forest here, a dark oak where we have decided to set up shop and live. And some pigs. We're actually going to kill these pigs. Unfortunate for them. Two swings of the sword. Going to kill a pig. Now, you can see I have to wait between my swings. Oh crap, I took some fall damage. I'm gonna eat my mutton again. I swear to God, I saw another pig. Here he is. You swing, you'll see that your sword actually takes a second to get back up into position. If you just spam click, or if you hold it down, you're not going to do nearly as much damage if you actually swing, wait, swing. That's the best way to fight mobs, is to be a little bit more intelligent about when you swing and try to kill something. So, I'm looking at this giant cliff here, which is cool, but I've spotted a resource that we need, some iron up there. Now, the sun looks like it's starting to set. Now, in reality here, I could probably dig down and actually find iron easily enough underground. So I'm kind of tempted to do that. But I see what looks like an easier source of iron over there. We're gonna go over there, get that iron. Bit of a high drop. We are actually in a situation here where we're really high off the ground. I'm gonna try to hit this tree, not take too much fall damage. If you fall from too high up, you're gonna take damage. You're gonna break your legs and everything. You don't actually break your legs, but you'll lose a lot of health. So, okay, we have found some iron. Iron looks like this. Gonna get up here, start mining this crap. It appears we were not lucky enough to get a substantial amount. We only got 4 pieces, which is not the end of the world, like I said. But it's something, so we really shouldn't complain. I have another cave here. So I'm very daring. I can be very, I've been playing the game for a very long time, so I can sometimes throw myself into situations that I probably shouldn't. Yeah, I saw a creeper, and I'm not confident in my ability to fight him. So you know what? You need to sometimes you need to know when to not be brave, and you need to recognize that the bravest thing you can do is actually run away. So I'm gonna ignore that coal because we actually have a decent amount of coal, and we're going to try and head back to our home, which is this way. I try to use the sun to get my bearings. You know, sun sets in the west. So, technically, there is, if you hit the F3 key, there is a sort of info, almost sort of debug sort of information here. And one of the things that you have access to, this is a ravine, by the way, that we are looking at all the way down there. One of the things you'll have access to is you can see there's an XYZ coordinate near the top left-ish, top-ish. That is changing as I move. You can use that to find out your coordinates in the world at any given moment, and also remember the coordinates of where your bases or any other notable things are and move towards them. I don't like to do that too often. I mean, in larger sort of projects and situations, sometimes it can be necessary, but for the most part, I just kind of try to use sense of direction and remember the landscape. Kill that pig, get just a few more pieces of pork here. That was the little hole I dug before when I was mining coal. We're almost back to my base. We did a bit of a loop. There's the mushroom I mined. And here's the forest fire, of course. Wonderful. I'm going to try to actually stop that. I was on fire for a second there. I'm going to actually try to stop this forest fire from spreading any further than it already has here. We're going to play firefighter for a second. I'm now on fire, and that is a problem because I might die. Running around looking for water, and I see some water by the lava. I didn't die, so I'm gonna eat the mutton. Alright, well, we tried to help stop the forest fire, and we failed. We really kind of failed. So, can we do this? Trim the leaves back so that they don't spread much further, maybe. I know that it's getting dark and it's getting nighttime, and I should probably go set up shop in my house. My little home, my little hidey hole, some people would call it, but I am daring. I'm trying to save the forest here, and it might not be working because the fire is still spreading quite fast. If I hit that... The flames actually give off light, and if you haven't noticed already, light... I don't think I've said this, actually. Light stops hostile mobs, evil monster mobs from attacking you. That I noticed that sapling dropped into the leaves there. Alright, that is going to have to do because I am really pushing it here with how dark it is. I'm going to place some torches here just around the outside of my house so that nothing really evil spawns outside while I'm sleeping. That really won't happen too much. Hostile mobs can only spawn within a certain radius of you. They can't spawn too close and they can't spawn too far away. We're going to come in here and we're going to sleep. So I'm going to check my timer here. Got about 5 minutes left. So I think what I'm going to do, I've just slept, and I'm going to put these, oh jeez, I'm going to put these saplings up, this bowl up, these, I'll hold on to these sticks, these mob drops. The skeleton dropped a bone and some arrows. Zombies drop rotten flesh. I'm going to cook 8 pieces of raw pork chop here with, I'm just going to cook it all. Throw in an extra piece of coal. Got my wood here, and we're going to get another furnace going to actually smelt up the iron that I have. Didn't mean to do that. Again, split that, give me some more sticks. Alright, so that iron's going to give us some... This raw iron is going to give us an iron ingot, which we can use iron ingots to actually craft ourselves better tools. And that is going to lead to the next sort of stage that I like to engage in here, which is mining for more advanced materials. Now, I really would prefer to get a bit of a mine going first. That I can reliably pull resources out of. However, I am a little bit worried about my food situation here. We only have a few pieces of meat, so that's probably going to be fine. This forest fire is still raging, and I am really upset about it. You can just punch fire, and it goes away. I don't know if that was obvious before when I was doing it, but that is how this works. Kind of funny that this is something we have to deal with early on like this, but yeah, I have now extinguished the forest fire, so gonna keep punching these pieces of grass. That's something I was doing earlier. This grass should drop seeds, which you can plant. I say that, and I don't even have water to really farm the seeds yet, so I'm not really sure what I'm planning to do here, but it's never bad to have at least a few seeds going right off the bat to like get your farm sort of started. Running around in the daytime here punching this, and hopefully gonna get some seeds, more than what I've already got. I've only got 4 right now. I mean, that's kind of pathetic. Plant that flower. I don't really want the flower right now. Yeah, either way, like I said, we only had a few minutes left, so I'm gonna head back over to the base. That's a skeleton who's gonna shoot at me. Whether or not he's going to succeed in actually doing damage to me, I don't know. We're gonna come back around here and get in our tucked in little valley here, where our kind of our setup is. And we're gonna enter inside here, and we're going to acknowledge the fact that the rest of our iron cooked and all of our pork cooked. So I think that's enough food for us to get into the mine. We're gonna start the mine with our iron pickaxe. So that's awesome. We'll actually finish off that dude while we're down there. But yeah, I'm excited because this is going to be the beginning of our sort of, expansion into the game. I mean, we're pretty much seated here to get a decent amount. So I've just crafted myself some more torches there. I'm going to leave all this in the inventory. And I'm going to end this episode here. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Like I said, we're at the beginning stages here, so this is our little humble beginnings, but we're going to turn this into a pretty successful world, I hope. So next episode, I think we're going to start mining. So I will see you then. Thank you.